Okay, everybody, look who we have here. Very special guest. She plays Cleo in Modern Warfare 2. Anthea Greco, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you, fellow Australian?
Australian, mate.
G'day, mate.
I need to hear a bit more of the Australian voice for you. Come on, where it's got to come out during this interview.
Yeah, I'll try because I try to curb my slang. I find almost every day here in Los Angeles, people are like, "Sorry, what?" Because yeah, just it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
ingrained.
Do they think you're from the UK?
Yeah, but I get that, or like South Africa, which I'm flattered by, or Kiwi. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get offended by anything anyone thinks I am.
No, no. So talk to me about how it all began for you. I know you've loved acting from an early age, but did you start in Australia and then you work your way over to the States, or did you always love acting, voice acting? Is that always what you wanted to do?
Yeah, definitely always wanted to act on stage and on camera. Um,
Okay.
for as young enough that I remember mentioning it to my mum when I was a kid, and she was like, "No." So
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't even know what drugs were at the time, and she's like, "No, no, no, actors take drugs. You're not going to do that." Um, but yeah, but the voiceover has definitely taken off a lot faster.
Mm,
I moved to Los Angeles to pursue the more on camera side of things. But yeah, I'm still working at that. And then this year, I would say it's picked up with voiceover. But yeah,
yeah.
it's just one of those things. I think um, maybe because you're physically in a booth and people aren't looking at you, I think maybe that's why I was just a bit more free with it. And so I had more success. Whereas with the on camera, I'm pretty shy. And maybe that's why um,
Okay.
taking time.
So did you do much like theater work moving up in your career, or is it just been sort of all over the shop?
All over the shop. Like the theatre stuff is like I'm still part of my Melbourne. We've got a theatre company there called North of Eight, which we're all very proud of, and I sort of do secretarial stuff from over
Oh,
here.
good on you.
Yeah, but it's very much it's yeah, it's community sort of theatre.
Yeah, yeah.
And over here, like I only saw a play a couple of weeks ago for the first time in forever because everything obviously was closed over
Yeah.
the pandemic. But yeah.
So you moved over to the US 4 years ago, and then a couple of years later, the pandemic hits. Just when you're starting to try and build, did it help you or hinder you? I'm curious.
It I don't wanna sound insensitive, but it did help me because
Mm.
I,
Did you have
I
this booth
s
set up?
I didn't.
Okay.
Oh my god. It was a hard time. I didn't have a booth, and
Yeah.
I truly I was living in the valley on a very, very busy street, and I was trying to do voiceovers. I would stand on a stool to put my head inside like those upper cupboards for storage. I'd line it with pillows, like suffocate myself with a doona, trying to get words out between semi-trailer sounds.
Oh my
And
God.
it was
Wow.
like, it was
That's
such a nightmare.
commitment.
And also like I'd thought that with the internet, oh, I can still maintain Aussie clients
Yeah.
because with the internet you can do that. However, at the time, it wasn't really attractive to pay for a studio in Australia and a studio over here that could connect you. And then
Mm.
when the pandemic did hit, everyone went remote. So suddenly it didn't really matter that I was here. Um,
Okay.
and to tell you the truth, being on unemployment benefits meant that I could afford to purchase a booth, and it was a bit smaller than this one, but yeah, then I could start working again. So it did help me.
Yeah, it's pretty decked out booth. I mean,
Pretty sweet.
the sound must be pretty good in there now. I don't know
It's
how it
finally good, yeah.
yeah, is it?
It's
So
good because it's every different space will have its challenges. Like you don't know what you're going to deal with until you actually live in a spot.
right.
So, my previous location before here, my neighbors were fine and everything, but even just an aircon or the telly on in the neighboring
You would pick it
apartment.
up.
Yeah, even in a booth. So but here I'm lucky, it's pretty quiet. However, I have two kitties and I will hear them scratching. It's like a very
Oh,
expensive
really?
cat tree that they like to climb.
So your cat's over dogs, are you?
I never was. I always thought I was a dog person, but
Yeah.
then I fostered a little kitty during the pandemic, and then yeah, my
Oh,
partner has two cats that I inherited.
oh, that's good.
So,
Are you
what
a,
about
are
you?
you a, I've got to say I'm a dog person.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I really am.
No,
I've got a golden retriever. So me and
cute.
the girlfriend, yeah. I guess, yeah, she's a COVID baby as well. I think we got it just before COVID hit. Um, but yeah, so are you an audio nerd? I get the sense you're a bit of a audio geek, a bit like me, or are you it's just natural or what?
Do you mean
In
engineering?
terms of the technical side.
Ah, I mean, I've learnt a lot, and I've had to do my own audiobooks from home occasionally, where I'll have to look after the editing afterwards. So I'm not fabulous at it, but I definitely have to understand a little bit about how it works.
Yeah.
But I basically use the same little RX-7 filters, um, like
There
to
you
get all
go.
the clicks. Yeah,
Only you and me know what's
yeah.
happening
But
here.
now, like, I
Everyone listening's like,
almost,
what is that?
yeah, I
No.
now can't unhear clicks,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like someone chewing food. It's like, oh,
Oh
take a
yeah.
drink of
It's an
water.
ick.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many of the jobs you do are in that booth there versus going into a studio?
Um, I feel like I'm more often in the booth here. I would prefer to go out because
Mm.
it's not too hard to engineer on your own, but I just feel like if you can have someone, it's their job to make you sound good, and it's your job to focus on the material. So, and I also prefer, getting out and meeting people. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's a mix of being appreciative that I have the resources to do it here if I need to, but I do like getting out, and there are loads of unsuspecting studios around the place. Some of the nicest ones I've been to have been covered in graffiti and next to a bottle-o, but yeah, they're really nice on the inside.
There's no bottle in LA, is
A liquor store.
there?
I tried
Liquor
to sneak it
store.
in.
Yeah, you did. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Do you get any of the home stuff like Milo and Cadbury and Vegemite? How much do you sneak over?
Ah, good question.
Don't
The
tell me you've
only
given it up. Don't tell me you're American now. Come on.
No way. No way, Jose. Um, I guess Australian brands, but nothing cool like Vegemite. But I went
Yeah.
to Latrobe, and the other day I did a little voiceover for Latrobe, so that was cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is it the university or?
yeah,
Oh,
in
wow.
Bandura.
There you go. From LA.
Well, it was through my Aussie
Aussie.
connections.
Ah, wow. Look at you go. So how often do you get to come back? Have you been back at all recently or?
I've been back last year at Christmas. I flew over and got COVID the next day, so
That'd be
stayed
right.
indoors. But it was a
Yeah.
blessing in disguise. It forced my family to all of us had to isolate at home. So I'm going again, and we're gonna make it a tradition to actually just stay at home for at least a few days and hang out and play
Yeah.
games and stuff.
Oh, good on you.
Yeah.
So Cleo from Modern Warfare, she's obviously Greek. Have you got, I'm guessing your family are from there or you've got a Greek heritage or is that just a voice you can do?
I have 100% Italian heritage,
Wow.
but both my parents were born in Italy.
Okay.
Um, but the Greco, so my name Anthea is a very Greek name.
I
Greco
know.
means,
That's, yeah.
yeah, Greco means Greek in Italian. And my dad has told me before that perhaps generations back there was a story of a Greek nun who got pregnant and so to Italy. So that might explain the
Okay.
Greco.
Right.
But then he did one of those 23andMe DNA things, and it said 100% Southern Italian. So
Ah,
I don't
okay.
know. But
Interesting. Yeah.
yeah, I think it is. I don't want to offend anyone, but there is a similarity, and I've been surrounded by a lot of Greek people, and
Mm,
I would like to think that I have a knack for accents and language. So yeah, but
right.
they actually requested, um, when the audition came to me, they said, "Can you give us a sample in Italian and in Greek?" So I
Ah,
actually
okay.
only put the Italian down because I assumed that they just meant that for me. But yeah, in the end, I did too, and yeah, they went with the Greek.
Wow. Do you do much Greek work in terms of voices, or is it more
Um,
Italian, or is it more English, or is it
I've
a bit
done
of
a
everything?
couple of. I feel like there was something Greek the other day,
Because
but
you work with the Alfa Romeo, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
That's Italian?
Yeah, the that ad was it was in Australia though, so the
Yeah, I know.
gag
Yeah.
was that it was like another Aussie actor listing all the features of the Alfa Romeo Giulia. And then
Ah,
she's like,
okay.
"You think that sounds good? Wait till you hear it in Italian." And then I realized there was
Ah,
some
that's good.
Italian
Yeah,
bits.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was clever.
Yeah, right.
Um, so yeah, I definitely I am a disgrace to my family because I don't speak it fluently like they do, but I'm working on it and I enjoy, yeah, I've been getting more Italian stuff, so that's probably what I would prefer to lean into. But otherwise it's yeah, Aussie or American accent.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
yeah. Oh, and you do Aussie, yeah, of course. Of
yeah.
course you do Aussie. Far out. So talk to me about the audition process and with this Call of Duty and your reaction to booking this, because this game has now been played by over 25 million people in 1 week, just so you know.
Wow.
Yeah. So just a few people may have killed you or used your character or
Yeah.
seen you on the battlefield. Yeah.
Yes. I heard that she's popular because she's maybe smaller and so she's harder to hit, maybe. Maybe that's why
Yeah,
people are,
that that
yeah.
is that is one thing, funnily
Yes.
enough. Yeah, I've heard that too.
When
Yeah.
they'd sent it to me, it had a code name and it had a description, so I suspected I knew what it was, but I didn't want to ask questions.
Mm.
I was looking through just then. I was looking through my email, and I actually got the request to audition on my birthday back in April.
Wow.
Um, yeah, and it like took time, but yeah, once I'd even on the day, like the first day of recording, they didn't tell me. It was pretty obvious at that point, but no one said anything, and I'd asked a question about when it was being released, and even then they were like, "Oh, it's coming soon." Like they didn't want to give it
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm very appreciative. I realize how lucky I am.
So so when did you figure out it was Call of Duty? After the first session, or
I kind
like
of
guessed it?
I figured it was, and then it actually maybe the day of the first day, they provided a sample, and I think maybe the logo was there on one of the other the characters.
Yeah.
So, and I'd asked that question, and I got a subtle response, but then the engineer in the lunch break was like, "I think this is Call of Duty." Yeah.
So did you go into you didn't do that from here, did you? From
No,
home?
I
Yeah.
went in and I would, whenever they ask, in general, I'll always say, if we can go to a studio, I'd much rather that, especially that because it was, I don't have that much space in here to be sort of physically, um, not that it was mocap for me, but you
Yeah.
still want to physically get your body into it.
But you had antennas on you and stuff. Did you have that part of it, or was it just?
I
Do you
actually
remember?
did, I had those mocap, microphones, just, it's kind of like
Yeah, the
a cap
microphone.
with yeah, but it wasn't mocap.
No,
No.
no, 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 no. Yeah, just purely voice. But and they don't give you much backstory, do they? All you knew that she was Greek. Did you even
Yeah.
know the design of
I
her?
didn't see the design until a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
And And yeah,
Wow.
on the day even, I went in and I started doing it in an Italian accent, and they were like, "Oh, excuse me, she's Greek." Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and when you find out it's COD, I don't know if you know much about the gaming world, but does that make you a bit more nervous, or does it fire you up a bit knowing that this is such a big property?
Um, Good question. I feel like whenever I go into any session, I feel like I'm listening to anxiety-fueled voices that are, making you doubt yourself. So I really just try to be there and block out that stuff because I'm pretty shy and I will get nervous if I start going. So I just think like
Right.
you've booked it. They'll fire you if you don't do a good job. So just shut up and do it. Yeah.
And
Trust that
how
they will fire you.
and so how did the voice develop? Did they literally just say this is going to be Greek and you had that voice and on you went? It was just there from the start?
Yes, because the voice that ended up there is the same that was my audition. So
Mm.
I translated a bit of it into, I did it online and then spoke with a Greek friend, and I just find like a little bit here and there helps. But yeah, just visualizing where you are. Like I
Mm.
don't play, but I can imagine what it might be like if you're fighting for your life, and so
You
yeah,
don't play
just
Call of Duty?
because I'm a narcissist, I bought the game and tried to play.
Oh, you did.
But yeah, but I
What does your
truly,
partner think of it all?
he said it was really hard. He plays, he games, but not so much Call of Duty, but
Oh,
now
okay.
he is, and he said it was really hard, like he was dying all the time. But I get motion sickness, to be honest.
Do ya?
So yeah, and I
Yeah.
just had to freaking lie down. Um, but yeah, it's like that action. It's sort of like what I'm sure what everyone would love to play with, like
Yeah.
just yelling and yeah.
What did you find most challenging about it? Was it just the fact that it pushes your voice to the limits, like some of the battle chatter and the because I know you would have had to do the and falling
Yeah.
down and dying and going underwater and coughing.
Yeah. Yes, yes. I'm sure other people said the same thing, that they'll try and save the effort noises for the end of the session.
Yeah.
And usually, I would like to learn how to be better at caring for your voice, but I don't think I'm I'm still learning, but I don't think that there is a way to safely sound like you're burning to death. Like you're gonna, for me anyway, I my voice was gone for the rest of the day. There's no like stage
Uh,
trick. Yeah. That was,
so you're telling me you don't burn yourself when you cook? Come on,
I know, what a freaking
you're not a
hacker.
method actor, are you really?
Yeah, I
uh,
haven't even killed anyone. Lame. But yeah, and there was one day where it was just effort noises, so they really did their best to
whoa.
try and save every like the all the extreme stuff to the end. And there was also like the hardest, not challenging, but uh emotionally afterwards.
Yeah.
I did an additional voice as a civilian that was sort of screaming because her partner had just been gunned down.
Was
And
that in the cat? Do you know where that was that for the campaign, or you don't know what that was for?
I don't
I feel
know.
like it was in the campaign, that scene. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, just I guess that because that was like physically strenuous, but also I wasn't expecting. I didn't know I was going to be doing it that day, so it was fun to feel like an actor. But also, yeah, like that and burning to death. When I got home, I was really sad. Like I felt really sensitive about it. uh,
Oh man. So what was your reaction when you saw the look of Cleo, and do you know who the model is? Do you have any idea?
no, I've tried to look.
No,
I only
yeah.
found, and now of course her name escapes me. But an artist model from Colorado was the inspiration for Nova. But
Yes, I found her. Yeah, but I
yeah,
can't find Cleo. Yeah. If
yeah,
I
I
do
couldn't
find her,
find.
I'll let you know. But
Gracias. Yeah, thanks.
yeah, no,
Um,
I couldn't find
but
her.
yeah, I thought I was a little bit worried actually because I I was concerned that she was not Caucasian, and I
Mm.
definitely wouldn't want to. Yeah, I was a bit nervous about that. But then when I looked into more detail, I'm like, okay, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I'm already not technically Greek, so I felt
yeah, 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 yeah.
just cautious about
I
that.
know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. So what would you say your favorite lines would be? Do you remember any of them? I don't know how long ago you recorded, but do you remember?
Um,
There's a few funny ones in there from memory. I don't think I've heard them all. I'm trying to capture them all, but I don't think I've heard them all yet. But yeah,
one
do you
that
remember any?
she had some funny sarcastic lines. One was like, I think when she's nearly died, she'll say something like, "Oh, I don't, I feel like a fraud mimicking myself," but she
Do
says
it,
something.
do it.
Oh, come on.
Come on. I want to
She
hear the
says,
voice. Come on.
"Oh,
I'm not looking. I'm not
okay."
looking, all right? Does that make you feel better?
I will look away. She said something like, "Ah, I nearly crossed the Styx, like the River Styx." Yeah.
Yes. I
Um.
have heard that one. Yeah.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, that's in the
Yeah.
game. Yeah, yeah,
But the other thing that springs to mind, I can't remember what the acronym was for, but the note taker in the session was like, can we go back? I think you said the wrong thing. And we played it back and I said something like, deploying the MSG, like Doritos,
yeah.
the MSG. It must have been,
The MSG, what were you
but
deploying?
must have
Oh, it
been,
must have been like a gunship or something. Like
yeah, like
yeah,
MGS. But I know
yeah,
that's
yeah,
another
something
game.
like
But
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Right. How funny. How funny.
But
I,
yeah,
I I got a few fan questions here that I might read out. So first one is, what do you do outside of work to relax?
that's so nice. Um, I enjoy the kittens.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
I definitely feel so invested in work, and I try to find balance. Oh, I like exercising. That's so lame. Please don't put that in. I'm trying to think of something else. I
I'm
love
like,
Bob's Burgers. I love Bob's Burgers.
oh,
That's therapy.
right.
I
Yeah.
It makes me
Not
so
over
happy.
In and Out?
Oh, no, I mean the show Bob's Burgers.
Oh, sorry. I thought
No,
Bob's
that's
Burger.
okay.
Oh, Bob's Burgers, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Bob's
But in
Burger.
terms of burgers, I'm filthy. I actually like what we would call Hungry Jack's, Burger King. I frequently drive through Burger King and
Right.
eat it in the car park like a rat. But yeah, I'm sorry I don't have anything more. If I think of something more dynamic, I will say so later on.
You're like me. You're working a lot, aren't
Yeah, just well,
you?
I don't
Because
have
we
to.
love it. Because we love it.
Yes.
Yeah. Will you be in more games,
Yes, please.
Anthea? Yes, please. Yeah.
Tell everyone.
Is this your first game?
It is, but around the same time, there are two more
Coming.
that, yes, but I don't know that I can
No, no, don't talk about
chat
them.
about them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But are they similar scope, smaller roles, bigger?
One's another triple A game, but
Nice.
it's a non-player character, and I hope I can
NPC,
talk.
yep.
Mm, um, and that's a bit of Italian, so that's cool. And
Nice.
then the other ones are more uh, like well, they're translated from Chinese, so I'm doing like the American dubbing, I suppose.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
and they're
Wow.
more like the anatomically questionable women wearing next to
Oh,
nothing ones.
oh, okay. So very diverse roles for you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all over the shop. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so I look forward to hearing you in those games hopefully soon. Hey,
Yeah.
how any tips for anyone wanting to start voice acting?
Yes. I would say. So, first of all, there are many things you can do. You can do audiobooks or commercials or animation or games or even, I forget what it's called, but the press one for English, press two, like whatever that's called. Um, maybe
Is that are you the voice? That sounded very. That sounded
they all
exact.
sound the same to me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, maybe find one that like you have more fun with, follow the fun. And with any character stuff that I've been lucky enough to book, it's definitely been something like those annoying voices that you pester your family with, like the stupid, silly stuff that you do all the time. Um, Lean into that because I've had the most fun doing that, and I've had the most success with really stupid, asinine voices. But
Like
yeah, I
what?
think
Please share. Please do them right now. No, you don't have.
um
You don't have to. It's
okay.
all right. We heard one before. The little. I don't know what you call it. Little girl. Or is that what you would call that one that you
Which
did
one?
earlier? It's like a little squeaky girl.
I did? I don't know.
That's good. That's good. Now I know why you're a professional and not me. Why are you such a badass?
Why? I'll tell you how. Because, well, for Cleo, I tried to dress as tough as I could. So on the day, I wore boots that were more for just being wet weatherproof. And I wore my tough, I love Queens of the Stone Age. So I wore a Queens of the Stone Age band shirt, which happened to be rated R, which is bright blue and white,
Oh,
which is
wow.
the
That's cool.
Greek color. So that was a convenient
Yeah.
happening
Ah, I love
on the
it.
day because it was the Greek colors,
Yeah.
and I pretended that I did it intentionally.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
There you go.
but
I
truly,
would
like
too.
the badass, like oh, you'll feel like more of a badass if you're wearing the badass regalia.
It makes sense. Yeah. Um, how is it possible to be that cool? Like, you're so cool and awesome. How is it possible? What is your secret to being so cool and awesome? That is a real question, by the way.
Wow, um, it's hard. It's hard. It's exhausting.
You know what it is? It's just people from Melbourne, Australia, I find. We just seem to
Yeah,
be so cool and so awesome. Do you agree?
because it's so cool all the time at
Oh,
various times of day.
mate, you should see the weather down here the last few months. It is shocking.
I'm
It's
sorry.
always raining.
Yeah, and I'm a
Ah,
chicken. Like now that I've been here in the climate of like basically 25 Celsius most of the time, anytime there's a little bit of a chill, I'm useless.
yeah, I can imagine. Dream roles. What would be a dream role for you? Because I've seen your little comedy reel. That was hilarious.
Oh, thanks.
And I think you'd kill it in a comedy, like a sitcom or something like that. But
Thank you.
what would you? What's your, I guess, aspirations or like dream people to work with? Would you say?
I would love to follow in the footsteps of Sarah Snook and wind up on something exactly like Succession. Do you know this show?
Very high quality show from
High
HBO.
quality. I
Yeah.
love, yeah, that something like that, the acid tongue. Um,
You'd be
it's
great at that, I
serious, but
reckon.
it's, oh, thanks.
Mm.
It's
It's serious, but it's also funny and yeah.
yes. It's like a serious Arrested Development almost,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
also love.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do?
but
Yeah.
something like that or the show Veep. Did you watch Veep?
No, I didn't. That's
Oh, it's
the
gold.
one with what's her name? The lead?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for covering me. Yeah, no, I haven't. Do you recommend it?
Absolutely. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
I'm I'm on to Yellowstone at the moment. That's my favorite show, like at the moment. I love it.
Yes.
and
I
it's serious, but it's also funny in its own little way. You
I
know,
need to get into it. I thought you were going to say Yellow Jackets, which I just
I haven't
binged,
seen that. Oh,
which
you
was really
did?
good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I need to get into that. I think they're filming 19. Hang on a minute. Is it 1923? Is that the prequel for
The one with
Ghosted?
Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're filming that near you or now? Do you
I
mean?
believe. Uh, I feel like it's maybe New Mexico, but
Okay.
um, yeah, I heard about that happening, so I definitely want to catch up.
Yeah. Is there any other sort of movies that you'd recommend that you've watched lately or TV
Movies that
series?
I've watched.
Yeah.
I saw The Menu the other day. What do you
Oh, I
think?
want to see that. What did you think?
I taking the line. I really liked it. Yeah, it was really good. It
It's
was
different.
yeah,
I've heard it's different. Like I love is it Ralph Fiennes?
Ray Fiennes. Yeah,
Ray Fiennes, sorry. Yeah.
yeah,
He's people will know him as Voldemort, but
yeah.
he's got a very interesting role in this one, I heard, yeah.
I
Mm.
don't want to say too much because I don't want to
No, no, yeah.
spoil it, but that was wonderful. And I don't want to butcher the name of this, but the Martin McDonagh movie that came out, The
Barnaby.
Banshees of that
The
was brilliant.
hold on. The Martin was
Irishin,
this was with is this the Irish film?
yeah,
Oh, I've heard rave reviews about it. Yeah,
yeah,
Colin Farrell. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I looked at the trailer and I thought I don't know, it didn't hook me in, but I've heard rave reviews, so it
Yeah, it
must
was
be good.
wonderful. It again, like I don't want to.
Yeah.
I could see how because he's a playwright, and I could also see how that could be a brilliant play.
Yeah.
But that was really enjoyable. Last night I watched Pig,
Pig
the
with what's his
Nicolas
name?
Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah,
has a pet pig or something. Yeah, and sings
yes,
to it and stuff. Yeah.
so cute. Um, yeah,
Don't tell me the
that
pig
I yeah
dies.
would
Don't
recommend
tell
it
me the
too.
pig dies.
I will not confirm nor deny.
Oh, this has been fun. Is there anything you
Yeah.
wanted to say to the COD fans out there?
Thank you for being so kind. I hope that you don't think I'm a hack, and I hope you have a lovely day. Riveting
There.
stuff from Anthea Greco.
A hack. I wonder, is that an Australian expression or do people say that over there? I'm just wondering. Because I
Far out
say I
again.
say
Like I
that all the
wouldn't.
time. Yeah, but I don't. I keep forgetting. It's like Hungry Jacks. When I say Hungry Jacks,
Yeah.
and what the fuck is that? It's like, yeah, that's Burger King. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
don't
be
know.
surprised.
A hack. Yeah. But then you got other people that I've interviewed that'll say, oh, shrimp on the barbie, and it's like I've never said that.
I had
I've
to look.
never.
So now I get it. It was, I believe, an advertising campaign.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
why it was like, come to Australia. Put it, but so that's why.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay. I'll forgive them then. I'll
Yes.
forgive them. So is there any other future projects that you can talk about? Or anything else we should looking for?
I mean, if you like uh, queer romances, I'm currently narrating an audiobook that will be out soonish, I suppose, called Can I Steal You for a Second? So that's
Ooh,
probably the only thing
okay.
I can talk about.
Can I steal you
Um,
for a second? Shit, that
yeah.
sounds a bit raunchy.
Oh, yes, it's PG, I would say.
Okay.
It's
So
nothing too steamy.
but do you have to put the steamy voice on, I'm guessing? A little
Maybe I
bit?
say that, maybe it's M15 plus. It's not too, it's not too raunchy, but yeah, a little bit of steam.
Okay. Okay.
I
Cool.
would not want my mother listening to it.
No, no. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. We really
Please.
appreciate it.
Thank you. I
Bef
appreciate what you do.
no, my pleasure. Before I let you go, is there anything Cleo can say to Dan as we wrap this one up?
She can. Dan! Whoa. Dan! Drop the Vegemite!
Wow, that's I didn't expect that one, but I'm going to
Did that break your
definitely.
ears?
No, it did at the start, but then you corrected.
Sorry.
I no, no. Um, I'm definitely going to have to use that clip with your permission.
Sure, sure. I hope you had a few seconds here and there that are usable.
No, no, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much.